Welcome to the Eden Valley. Today I'm here to show you a superb 4-bedroom detached sandstone property. It dates back to about the 17th century and is steeped in original features, lots of exposed beams and exposed stone. But the property itself is beautifully presented and has been recently extended with a really modern garden room extension. Now, this property sits with beautiful gardens. We've got around about 1.5 acres of a paddock to the rear, and we've got some land measuring around 2 acres to the front. So in total, we sit in a plot of around 4 acres. We've got a couple of neighbours, and we sit in an elevated position, so we've got the most superb countryside views, and on a good day across to the Lake District National Park. A great location in a beautiful home. So I'm excited to show you around this property. We've got lots of different elements. We've got 4 bedrooms internally, we've got lots of reception space, we've got a great mix of modern and contemporary yet traditional, and we've got so much space externally. We've got a gated driveway that you can see behind me, we've got a parking area, a garden to the side which has got some raised beds, a shed. We've got a couple of neighbours on either side, but we do sit in a private elevated location. We're around 3 miles away from the village of Kirkoswald and another mile away from Lazenby, so we've got some excellent villages close by for primary schools and for amenities. So a location that is second to none. The gardens are beautiful, and there's a small area of woodland to the rear as well, so you could be self-sufficient with the number of wood burning stoves internally. You've got plenty of wood to keep you going. Now I'm going to just pan around here just to show you the super views, if you can see those behind me. This is the land to the front, which is around 2 acres, which will explain in more detail at the end of the video. And then, as you can see, this is the beautiful home that I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to start at the bottom of the lane here, show you the approach, and then we'll take you inside this lovely home and then show you the land and the gardens at the end. So this is the street scene first of all. So this is how we approach the property. This is a neighbouring property that you can see here, and as I pan around, this is the road which takes us up to Wells House, which you can see just behind the hedge there, and then up to one further property. It does extend up, so you've got a minimal amount of traffic on this road. Now the property dates back to the 17th century, so you can see here we've got quite a quirky feature. We've got a small ice house which is just located underneath here, and if you look inside, and you can see, because it's so dark, there are some stone shelves in there as well. So lots and lots of history here. As I said a few minutes ago, we're located in a superb location. So as we approach the house, it comes into view. This blue gate is the gate which takes us up to the parking area. And then the house sits in quite a private position, but quite a commanding, elevated position to enjoy the views. The land which we have to the front of the property is just in front of here in this area, extends to around about 2 acres. We'll explain more details of the boundaries of that towards the end, and we'll provide a land plan with our listing. But this is Wells House. We're approached up a gravel driveway behind a gate here, and then we come up to this rather special sandstone built property. Lovely gardens to the side there. The building you can see straight ahead, that belongs to a neighbouring property but doesn't overlook this space. And this is Wells House. We've got a date stone which dates us to about 1789. And we've got this recently added porch here too, which is in keeping with the garden room that you saw at the beginning there. So I'm going to take you inside and show you around. Okay, so we're just going to go inside this beautiful home. So let me show you in first of all. So as we come in through this entrance porch here, we can see we've got windows overlooking the side of the property, and we've got this really rather beautiful exposed stone wall, and we've also got a tiled flooring as well. Then we come into what would be the original front door. So as we come through, you can see we've got a superb mix of modern and traditional cabinetry in here. We've got a black Rayburn cooker there, and we've also got some integrated appliances and space for washing machines. But as we pan around, just look at this super space. It's a great dining kitchen, a really, really nice mix of traditional, yet has quite a modern feel as well. It's also got this beautiful range cooker which sits in a sandstone fireplace there, which is a beautiful addition, keeping some of the history in this home. So this is the kitchen. As you can see, we've got a window that overlooks to the front of the property. We've also got 2 further windows to the back and to the side as well. So you've got lots of light coming into here. And then as we go through, you'll see we've got, throughout this home, we've got lots of original features. So we've got this great doorway here, which leads through into quite a special dining room. We've got a brilliant beamed ceiling here. We've got a very large stove there sitting on a feature fireplace. We've got a window overlooking the front garden, and a lovely window seat just below that there as well. But we've got this rather special flagged floor going all the way through this dining room space, and it extends through into the rear hallway. But if I just stand back and let you see, we've just got such great dining room space here. I imagine it's very cosy in the winter months, but it's very cool in the summer. So we're then going to go across and through a couple of lovely double doors here into a snug space or a sitting room. This has got a beautiful feel again, and in here we've got wall lighting. We've got another stove there, which is a beautiful feature within the room, and a further window and a window seat looking out to the front. You can see those lovely double doors there as well. So great space here. It can be opened up to make the room quite open and sociable, but equally it can be closed off and make it really nice and cosy. Now, this is a recent addition, the next room, and this is really quite a magnificent space. We come in through a glazed door into this absolutely stunning garden room extension. In here we've got almost floor to ceiling windows there, and we've got a really large French doors that go out across the front. But just look at those views. You look across your garden, down across your land, and then across to the Lakeland Fells there in the distance. We've also got a stove in here as well, which adds a nice traditional feel to the room, but yet this room's got a really quite a contemporary vibe to it. We have a ladder which leads us up to a mezzanine level there, which is adding an extra dimension to this super room. So we've got a really great space here. It is so lovely, and I'm sure the vendors probably spend most of their time living in here in both the summer and the winter. And as you can see, a really beautiful wooden flooring too. So as we go back across this lounge into the dining room, I'm going to then take you into a rear hallway. So you've still got this the flagged floor here, and we've got quite a quirky stone staircase there, which takes us into a rear hallway where behind us we've got a cloakroom and a WC. So we've got a downstairs loo, and then across the hallway, just passing this really quirky feature here. So we've got a wooden shelf and a stone shelf there built into the alcove. We've got this pantry space. I'm just going to pop the light on so you can see the space in here. Perfect for storage, quite a cool room. So it's great for wellies, boots, coats, and all those bits and pieces that you want just to keep hidden away in a pantry. Now we're going to go up these stone steps, which turn quite quickly into a carpeted staircase, and then again change to a lovely wooden floor. So the wooden floor extends along the hallway here and takes us into 3 of the bedrooms and the family bathroom. So we go to the left here, this is the first bedroom. It is a double room, it's currently used as a study space, and you can see we've got a very green outlook, so we're looking out onto the paddock there to the rear, and currently used with lots of shelving for storage. Then we'll go into bedroom number 2. So this room's got a really lovely fireplace. It's got a large window which you can see the view from. If we go a little bit closer, lovely view to wake up to. And you've got the wooden floor extending through, but this is a great sized double room. And you've got a, just zoom in there on the future fireplace. So as you can see, this property is immaculately presented. It's completely ready to move into and has been loved by the current owners. So it is a superb property. This is bedroom number 3. And as you can see, this is even bigger. So this is a large double room. Again, we've got these sash windows overlooking the front with a window seat. And then panning back round, you can see the size of the room here. So it really is a very large room. Then we're going to go to bedroom number 4. So this is just a little bit further down the landing here and up a step, but then we convert to a carpeted floor. And this again is a large double room. We've got a newer window in here, but again a stash style window, and great space as a double bedroom. We've got some fitted wardrobes in the corner there. And in this room, we've also got an ensuite shower room. So we've got a walk-in shower, hand basin and a WC there. So we've got 4 bedrooms, and one of these, which is this one, has got ensuite facilities. Then going finally on the first floor to the family bathroom. And this is quite modern in comparison to the house, but it works really well because we've got some super wooden panelling, got a really large freestanding bath, and then a very private outlook across to the paddock there. So you don't need an obscure glazed window here because there's no chance of somebody looking in to see you in the bathroom. And then we've got a traditional style WC. So as you can see, we've got a really nice mix of modern and contemporary, yet old and traditional in keeping with the age of the property. We've got a super wide staircase and lots of living space. So this property is beautiful. We're located in an area which is very desirable. It's quite rural, but yet very accessible. We're only about 3 miles away from Kirkoswald. So it is a superb family home. You've got some great schools nearby. We've got some great community activities and lots of walks on the doorstep. So it is a super place to be. Now I'm just going to take you outside. We're just going to explore the garden, and then we'll show you the rest of the land. Okay, so I've just come out of the porch where we entered through, and I'm just going to explore the gardens with you now. So you can see to the side of the house we've got this great parking area which has got a gravelled surface. We've got a wood store, we've got a sort of a small greenhouse area, and further space there as well. We've got access down to the rear of the property, just in a utility passage to the back there, if we can just see down there. And then we have gates leading through into further garden space. So immediately to the right we've got a garden shed, which is just here. And then we've got this lovely garden here. Now the barn just to the left there, that is the rear of the neighbouring property, but all the garden that you can see in front of us is included with the property. So we've got some raised beds, we've got some lovely shrubs, and just a super green space for you to enjoy. Now the paddock that is included in this property is just beyond the fence line there, and it extends to around about 1.5 acres. The land plan we will be able to give an interested party, so you can see the location of the land, but it's accessed just up this bank here, and it extends up to the top of the hill there where you can see the tree poking out. So you've got a lovely about 1.5 acre paddock just to the rear there, and as you can see we're in a lovely quiet rural location. We do have neighbours on either side, yet the living space and the garden space is extremely private in this property. So now I'm just going to take you back down the driveway, and I'm just going to show you the land which is also available. Now this extends to around 2 acres, so in total the property sits in around 4 acres of land, which is a substantial size. in a super rural location, so it's got lots of flexible options. Before we get there, I'm just going to show you the lovely garden to the front. We've got a nice seating area there, some lovely flower beds and some lawn down to the road. And you can see here, this is the garden room extension, so just look at that view across the open countryside there. We have a neighbouring property to the side here, and they're currently undergoing some renovations at that property, but we sit behind a gated driveway, so as I said earlier, we're in a very private location. Now, the land that's also included is just the other side of this wall here. Extends to around 2 acres. And as we walk up, we'll get a better view from here so that you can see the extent to the plot. Okay, so everything that you can see in front of us here, where the dip goes down, there's a small stream in there, and then it extends up to the wall on the other side, and the boundary is just in front of that that agricultural building that you can see right in front of us. So as you can see, you've got a superb outlook. You have a protected view because you own this space. The space has also been used as a wildflower area and was going to be rewilded by the vendor, so it's really a super green space for you to continue to maintain for a haven for wildlife and for birds and for flowers and plants. So a super property. This property won't hang around for too long. It's a very desirable package for somebody. You've got a 4-bedroomed home, you've got around 2 acres to the front, you've got a paddock of around 1.5 to the rear, and you've got some beautiful gardens, and internally it's beautifully presented, so it really is a superb property. So this is Wells House. If you would like to arrange a viewing or find out more information, please do give us a call on 01768 881111.